Good morning, Denny. It is Monday, August 10th, and I'd like to tell you a story. This story is about my senior year of high school. It starts off in my calculus class. There were these two Chinese twins, Ving and Ling. Ving was always super cool with me. He was super smart and super cool. I'd hang out with him and we'd study calc together, and I ended up being really close friends with him. Then there was his brother, Ling. He was always uptight about school, and he made sure to study. He got stressed about B's and all that stuff. One day I was hanging out with Ving, and we started talking about names. He went off on this huge rant about how he hated his, and how he wanted to change it to something more Asian American, like Lee. I told him that the courthouse downtown had a form that you could fill out to legally change it. He told me, "Parker, you're a good friend of mine. If you'd drive me down to the courthouse this one time, I'd be indebted to you forever. I just hate this godforsaken Chinese name, and I want to get rid of it forever." He seemed pretty adamant about it, so I decided the best decision would be to take him. We walked out to my car, and right as I put the key into the ignition, Ling came up running and tapped on the car door like a madman. I rolled down the window, and he started freaking out about how Ving's name had been passed down generation after generation. But Ving didn't care. He just wanted to go down to the courthouse and get it over with. Ling figured that coming would be the best idea, so if anything went wrong, he could try and change Ving's mind. Honestly, I felt stuck in the middle of a family feud, and not the fun kind with Steve Harvey, so I decided Ling could tag along. When we got to the courthouse, Ving confidently walked up to the front desk and asked the receptionist if he could change his name. She gave him a little packet of paper and told him to sit down. Ling and I waited patiently while Ving filled out his information. I was watching him fill it out, and I noticed he really did want to change his name to Lee. Before he finished, though, he started to cry. He told me he couldn't change his name. He went up to the receptionist and told her that he couldn't do it, and she told him he'd need $20 to cancel the request. Ling was so relieved and happy that Ving changed his mind. He dug through his wallet, found the money, and started to hand it to the receptionist. It was at that moment the most stereotypically Asian man I have ever seen burst through the doors. He was wearing a Hawaiian shirt, a visor, American flag shorts, flip-flops, the whole works. The little guy was decked out. When Ving and his old man saw each other, they both started bawling and embraced each other. Out of the tears, Ving said, "Dad, I love my name. I want to be Ving forever. I'm going to name my kids Ving, and they're going to name their kids Ving, and..." And then the old man cut him off and said something that still brings tears to my eyes today. He said, "Don't stop. Believing. Hold on to that feeling."